also one of the finishers of the carnival. You can see Sully about to strike. Libram trying to wind up, looks in the right spot, and Jermaine really getting going now.
Yeah, well, as predicted, Northwest Passage led, and the first three home were not that far behind the pace, but Sully and Libran did get a little bit hampered by Northwest Passage coming back. Jermaine was clear of that. They actually finished quite bunched the whole field, so probably not a huge amount between them, not helped by the pace. The leaders came together late on, but you just saw how much it meant to the winning connections of Jermaine to get the big prize here today.
Well, Sayed bin Sarour's won this race a couple of times for Sheikh Mohammed. It's a race that they've used well in this Sheikh Hamden today. So for Mark Zara getting home, he's had 2 winners so far. Huey, let's go on board Jockey Cam with Michael Water. Now, he drew down low on the Bendigo Cup winner, Red Auto. So what's he thinking about here, do you reckon?
Well, I think he can see the pace is going to be genuine, certainly in the early stages. He's just allowed it to go. And he's following Ryan Moore there on Libran, who I thought might have gone to the fence, but he opted not to. And you can see there as we go on, Mark Zara's found himself tucked into 3 pairs back on the fence. So great riding from him to get to that position.
So he's got himself in a reasonable spot here, hasn't he? I mean, he hasn't covered a lot of ground. He's got a bit of cover, and the race is starting to build from here.
Well, that was my worry leading into it. With not much pace, was he going to get caught wide for the whole trip? But Mark got into a good position. I thought he was beaten when the sprint went on. He was left a little flat-footed, Jamie. But you can see his staying qualities came to the fore late in the piece.
We're still a long way out here. It's a long straight, isn't it?
It is a long straight, but if your horse is travelling well, you can guide them through their gears, and I think it's the fairest racecourse in Australia, and it really suits the best horse.
Can you tell how much petrol you've got left in the tank?
Well, you can tell when you've got none.
But you don't know till you really go for them how much
until they're out on their feet, you don't know. But if you've still got horse to work with, you can help them through into top gear, and any horse can only sustain top gear for a maximum of 200 to 300 metres.
Even the great one?
Even the great one. It's just that most horses' other top speeds is her
second gear,
fourth gear.
Yeah, that's fascinating. So 200 to 300 metres at their top, and that's about it.
No horse can go further than that.
Yeah,
very rare.
And just a little update. Good 3. The track has been put up to now.
Good.
Yeah,
a good 3. Huey Blair, how?
The horses are on the track.
So this beautiful day in Melbourne, it's a big crowd. I reckon there's more than we're here on Thursday by some. 61,000 on Thursday, weather delightful. And we get to the Group 1 shortly. And the Group 1 training list is interesting for the season. No surprise, Chris Waller's up the top. Winks with her 4 Group 1 so far has given Chris a leg up, but we know he's a phenomenal trainer. Darren, he has this battle with Chris going over the last 3 or 4 years. Charlie of Appleby's had this remarkable spring, and Godolphin with James Cummings, and with Sayed bin Sarour. Tony Mack's doing well with Sunlight, of course, and then those on one. So that's the most Group 1s this spring. That's all races around Australia. 73 Group 1s, I reckon, for the year, about that. Now, in the Melbourne Cup week, all the group races, they give a 3-2-1. For not just Group 1, Group 2, Group 3. So at the moment, even though David Hayes had just his first winner there, you can see how consistent he's been. He's on 12 points from James Cummings, and then Tony McAvoy and Chris Waller on 9 apiece. Matthew Ellis and Simon Zara, the Wakeful and the Oaks, a big thing for them. So
Harry also for the Godolphins, but Redzel, can he win the Everest and then win the VRC sprint back-to-back as well? Kematari ran into Winks a couple of times. He was terrific the other night. Is he going to have a win this afternoon? Brave smashed the Manikato. Wooshka, Huey Bowman on board. He'll be watching on with Bruce the sprint very soon.
And also, let me have a think. Brave Smash are the other 2 besides Winks, correct?
Correct.
So that's for you. So Huey, and you've won this Group 1, I reckon, for at least the last 3 or 4 seasons. You've been the clear winner. You've been getting around 11, 12, 13 for the season. Is that about right?
That's correct, Bruce.
Yes. And so that's so far this year. And now this Melbourne Cup Carnival, which I'm finding really interesting, 3, 2 and 1. James leading. Now, Ollie's only had the 1 winner, but he's been about the place, hasn't he?
Yeah, well, that happened to me last year, Bruce. I think I only rode 1 winner for the Carnival last year, my last ride on Georgia for James Cummings. But I was around the placings all week. It's very hard to win at Flemington because every horse has been programmed